I grew up in Detroit. She's my home. Some people left when things got tough, but not me. I knew she'd make it back. Like Detroit, I'm strong, resilient, hardworking, and loyal. Detroit has been true to me. I will be true to Detroit.
To get your True Detroiter gear, go to true-detroiter.creator-spring.com. Get yours today. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hook Podcast, powered by True Detroiter. My name is Jeff Lowe, and my co-host,
I'm Keith Butler.
Yes, sir. And what are we doing today? Guess what, folks? I thought about it. We thought about it. We finally came up with it, and guess what? Go into your pockets, get your cash out, and pay it forward.
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward.
That's going to be our topic today. And we first of all, before we get started, we want to welcome you to The Hook and let you know we're coming from the Six Hole Studio here in Detroit, Michigan. And, Jeff, we were wrong. Look out there on the golf course.
What?
Yeah, there go a couple boys out there walking
They're
right
out
now.
there. They're walking it.
A little bit of daybreak, a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of above 30-degree weather, and the boys are hitting the links.
They're out there.
Yeah.
All right.
So we were wrong, but the official season hasn't started yet,
Right.
And I guess the club is just starting to warm up.
Yeah,
But, we'll see them out there in another week or two.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But anyway, the topic, great topic, I think, is like you said, paying it forward.
Paying it forward, absolutely.
And this came up because Jeff and I were sitting down chit-chatting a little bit, and he was telling me a story about something that happened to him earlier. It's a little funny, and the way of Jeff relive it, but it was a little funny, and he's talking about it.
Let me tell you about it then.
Let me
All right, go ahead.
Set the backdrop for pay it forward.
Okay.
It's the whole idea of, somebody does something for you, and you don't pay them back, but you do something for somebody else, a total stranger. So
well, not necessarily. Don't pay them back.
No, you don't pay the person who did it back.
Right. You don't pay it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
You find somebody different, and you do a favor or do something
a gesture
nice,
for them.
a gesture of kindness to them.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is it's kind of like a ripple effect.
Mm-hmm.
I do something for you. You do
something for someone else.
They do something for somebody else.
Right.
So that's the whole idea about paying it forward. Take one good deed that's done to you, and you might even start it. And do a good deed to somebody else, for somebody else, and hopefully they will say, hey, that was a nice gesture, and they'll go out and do something nice for somebody else, and then people will just do it little after little after little.
And on and on and on. And one thing you could do for us here with the Hook Podcast is let people know, hey, check out these two clowns on that are doing this podcast called The Hook. They're pretty good. Pass it on. Pay that forward.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
And, the whole idea about that came from, I don't know if it came from the movie, but there was a movie back in like 2000 or something like starring Kevin Spacey, who I used to really love as an actor. But, of course, his sexual issues and allegations have come up. But, he's still a good actor, I guess. But his issues are his issues. I'm not going to stop watching his movies because he's not making it anymore. I still watch the old ones. But anyway, this movie was called Pay It Forward. And he was a teacher, and, he went to class one day, and he gave this idea to these students. Look, let's do something nice for, let's do something for humanity. And one of the kids in this class, I forget the young actor's name, he came up with the idea of doing a favor for 3 different people. And he said, hopefully, those 3 different people will go out and do 3 different favors for 3 other people. And it would just, keep going. Of course, that's TV and the movies, and that stuff really doesn't happen in real life. But it was a good idea.
Right.
But anyway, I'm going to stop and let Jeff tell you about his Pay It Forward event.
And you know what? It does happen in real life.
Yeah, it does.
It happens. And you might not realize it. It might have happened to you, and you might not even have realized it. And it happened to me the other day. Now, yeah, I just got through smoking a cigar.
Yeah,
having
that's
a
what
little
he
bit,
calls it, a cigar.
Yeah, I was, having a little bit to drink. You know, I was out late night, on a Saturday. I'm like, I got to get me something to eat. Pull into a Coney, go through the drive-thru, order the hot dog, and I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm just counting how long it takes to get this doggone hot dog. And I'm like, man, I got to use the bathroom.
Well, to be honest, you ordered 2 hot dogs, so that was
Two hot
double
dogs.
the time.
Yeah, yes, 2 hot dogs.
Still shouldn't be taking that long.
Mustard only, and mustard, onions and mustard, grilled onions. Maybe it was the grilled onions, but anyway, hey, boom, grilled onions with mustard, and mustard only on 1 hot dog. I thought it wouldn't take that long, but it almost took 15, 20 minutes, and I'm like, oh my God,
You're asking for too much, Jeff.
I just a hot. Look, we're known for Coney Islands in the city, and I figure, hell, give me a hot dog real quick, and I can go home. Boom. But anyway, it took a little too long. I ran in, had to use the bathroom, went straight to the window and said, "Hey, I'm the guy that ordered those 2 hot dogs. I gotta use the bathroom." And I turned around, and I saw like signs on the door of the bathroom. I'm like, "Your bathroom is out of order." She said, "No, it's not. Hurry up." So I must have looked like I was really desperate for using the restroom. I had to be, because I'm like, "Your bathroom." You see the signs on the door and everything. You think it's out of order and everything. I'm like, she said, "No, go, hurry up." I ran in there, used the bathroom, came out, relieved. And then I went in my pocket, and then nothing but coins in my pocket. When I say coins, I'm saying nickels and pennies. I couldn't afford the damn hot dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's called chump change.
Yes. That's all I had.
Chump change.
I'm digging, so I'm like, oh, I got my backup with me. I go in my pocket. I flip through my driver's license, my bridge card, and other cards, and bam, there it is, the dependable, the faithful black card.
The black card.
The black card. Bam, got a football insignia on it and everything. I whip it out.
Yeah.
Here you go. Boom.
Boom.
Dang, all right, I'm smiling, waiting on them hot dogs. Yeah, give me some hot dogs.
Ready to eat.
She swipes the card, and I look at her. She has this funny look on her face. I say, "What's wrong?" "It's declined." It's 11 o'clock at night, ladies and gentlemen. It's it's like my hot dog card is declined. What's going on? Hold on, run that back again. That's not possible. So she runs it back again. That look on her face. Now, the young lady, she's about 50 years old, and she has, let's see, a diamond earring in her
I don't know how to
nose.
describe the young lady.
She has a diamond earring in the left eye, clipped over here, and then she has one in her lip right in the middle, and
A girl like piercings, huh?
yeah, she's pierced up like to the max. She's max pierced and everything, And I'm like, wow. I said, she ran the card again. He says, declined again. I'm like, what the heck? I said, that can't be. And then all of a sudden I hear this voice behind me said, "I got you. Go ahead, man. I got you." And I'm like, "You got me?" He said, "Yeah, I got you, man. You want some cake?" Like, who's this? I don't even know this guy. I got you. Yeah. "I got you, man. I got you." So he runs out to his car. He comes back in with a white card. Boom.
Well, there you have it.
There
Black
it
cars are no good. White cars are good.
That's the truth. One of those chime cards, the white card.
Never heard of it.
But anyway, he throws it in there and pays for my hot dogs. And I'm like, "Man, thank you. Thank you very much." He said, and the lady said, "You know what? That was a blessing. You just pay it forward to somebody else. That's all. Just pay it forward. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much. So I got my hot dogs, and that was the end of the story.
Some of the best tasting hot dogs you've ever had.
The
weren't they?
best hot dogs I ever had.
And see, folks, that's the whole idea about it. Now, Jeff, it's on him now. He's got to go out and, find somebody in need, or, not necessarily financial or anything, just
Right. And they don't have to be in need.
just do a kind gesture
Just
to
a gesture.
somebody else.
Because I've done that before. And maybe this is the payback from when I had done it before,
Yeah.
Because I've paid for a gentleman's breakfast, just an elderly gentleman at breakfast.
He's not talking about me, y'all.
No. You always cook breakfast and everything. So, matter of fact, that chicken barbecue.
Turkeys. Yeah.
Yeah, that very good chicken.
Yeah, I'm glad you like that. Yeah.
Yes. When you go back to
Now,
the warehouse,
whatever,
make
man.
sure you pick
Just tell the story,
pick
man.
up some loaves.
You know what?
slices.
Yeah, you give me some money, I'd be more than happy to.
Pay it forward.
Yeah,
Pay
okay. Just finish the story.
Pay it forward, please. Pay it
There's
forward.
another golfer. Look at this.
Hey,
They popping up like chipmunks.
hey, they
now.
walking the track today. Yeah, but anyway, it was important, that just to for the young lady behind who was helping me out, she was just saying, man, just pay it forward. It was meant for that guy to come in and buy you a hot dog. I said, well, you put it like that, you're right. I guess you're right. I just pay it forward, like you said.
Now, you were about to mention you bought a elderly guy's.
Oh yeah,
Was that before this or after
that was before.
Well, maybe this was your
Maybe that's what she was saying also.
your getting
yeah.
paid for it blessing. So what happened with the older guy who you took care of?
What you mean? What
You
happened?
said you bought somebody.
Yeah, I bought his breakfast. He was at breakfast. It was early one morning. He was at the counter. I was at the counter. I ordered a breakfast, and we sitting there talking. And I said, hey, you know what, man, put your breakfast on mine. I'll pay for your breakfast. With just some eggs and bacon and something like that. And it wasn't much, but
Yeah, he was pretty grateful.
yeah, he was.
It's really a heartwarming thing,
Yeah.
because it comes out of nowhere.
Right.
And I was involved in a couple of those similar incidents like that. I was out in Canton, Michigan, and I decided to go to Timmy's, Tim Hortons. For those of you who don't know what Timmy's
Timmy's, no, and that no free advertising.
No. But yeah, I drove in and there was a guy in a Beamer up in front of me. And so, I get my order, I swing around, I pull out my card, and mine works, Jeff. So
It works.
I get ready to give the guy my card. He said, no, you're good. I'm like, what? He said, the guy up front paid for you. And I'm like, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I got my sandwich and my drink, and I drove off. And the funny thing was I was able to catch up with him.
Uh-huh.
And, I pulled up beside him, beat, he looked over, I waved, and like, hey, you held the sandwich up, like, thanks, man. And he kind of gave me the nod. We drove off. And so I decided, hey, you know what? Somebody did that act of kindness for me, I'm going to pay it forward. And I did the same thing a couple of days later.
Random acts of kindness.
It's amazing what it will do.
Yes.
In a world like today where all you see on the news is Russia attacking the Ukraine, poor people, drugs, murder, crime.
Right.
We don't see a whole lot of goodness. Even though we know it's here,
Right.
we don't see a lot of it because, first of all, like they say on TV, if it doesn't bleed, it doesn't lead, which, they need ratings. And we become so numb to crime, death, and mayhem that it's really a shock when something good happens to us.
Yeah.
But this shouldn't be a shock. And for those of you in our listening audience,
Hey, but
pay it forward. Go
pay
out
it-
and do
definitely.
it. Go out and do something nice for somebody.
It was a shock to me.
Yeah.
Because,
total stranger.
I'm in total stranger. I'm in the hood.
Damn near midnight.
I'm in the hood, late night,
Yeah.
at a Coney Island. And I'm like, I would not never expect for that to happen to me, especially in the location where I was, I'm right on Grand River, in the hood,
Yeah.
and it happened. So it can happen at any place, at any time. A random act of kindness can happen.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know when it's going to happen. That was the thing. I had no idea that this gentleman would actually pay for my hot dogs. And it was only 2 hot dogs.
And didn't ask for a thing in return.
Didn't all he said, just pay it forward.
Yeah.
That's all he said.
Yeah.
And I said, man, you're right. You're right. Wow.
Okay, well, hold on, Jeff. We're going to take a break here and pay a few bills.
We're going to pay it forward right now.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead. Hey, you've been thinking about doing a podcast but don't have the equipment or know where to go?
Call YMP, your mobile podcast. We will come to you.
You can do your podcast without worry of equipment or travel.
For more information, contact 313-241-0017. That's 313-241-0017.
YMP.
Your mobile podcast.
Hey, everybody, I'm Keith Butler.
And I'm Jeff Lowe. I want you to check out The Hook on Apple, Google, or Spotify podcasts.
And if you have any questions or comments, you can hit us up at our emails. Mine is KEBU10, that's the number 10, at yahoo.com.
And mine is jlow1215 at gmail.com.
That's The Hook Podcast, everybody. Thanks for listening. Okay, you guys, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. And we're going to get back to that. Pay it forward.
Yes.
It's not a difficult thing to do. It's really simple. Doesn't take much. It doesn't mean that you have to reach down in your pocket and perform a blessing like that was bestowed on Jeff. It can be anything.
And it doesn't have to be a monetary thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
You know, it's a young lady who walks past my house every day, almost every day. You know, I catch her going to work and stuff. And, you know, in my area, for whatever reason, I get a lot of trash and paper blown up on my fence or out in front of the house and stuff like that. You know, the fence down on the street.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, she'll just walk by and she'll pick it up. And she doesn't have to do that. And she's not doing it for me, but because, you know, I think she lives on the block. I'm not sure. But, you know, I'll see her way up by the corner just picking up paper. And so I stopped her one day and I said, you know what, I want to just thank you for doing that because, you know, I've got to come home almost every day and pick up some paper and stuff like that. I don't do it every day because I get tired of doing it. But, you know, 2-3 times a week, I've got to pick up my fence, my front yard, because trash just blows. I don't know where it comes from, but it just blows. But it's such a big help that she provides me, and I guess the other neighbors, just by walking down the street, doing her daily morning walk. She'll stop, she'll see a piece of paper, she'll pick it up. And I'm lucky enough, you know, unfortunately, I live in front of a bus stop. But the city put a trash can there. So, you know, she'll pick it up and she'll just throw it in the trash. Mm-hmm. And, you know, to me, in a sense, that's kind of her paying it forward to the neighborhood.
That is.
Doing the favor for
Definitely.
the neighborhood.
That is definitely that one.
And
that
somebody
is what
should
it
do
is.
something nice for her one day. And I'm trying to figure out what I could do, you know, nice for her, just to show my gratitude for her doing that little thing like picking it up. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, she doesn't, you know, I live around a lot of older people. Mm-hmm. A lot of times they don't go out and pick up. You know, they're too old to do it and stuff like that.
Maybe one of those.
Nobody else will.
One of those.
Little grabbers.
Yeah.
Get her one of those.
Yeah. You know, you
No, because then it's like, here, you know, I expect you to don't forget to pick up the paper.
no, not.
No, I don't want to do that, man.
Not telling her that.
That's what it's like. Here, while you're out there picking up the paper, make it easy on yourself.
No, well,
You don't have to bend down but just pick up the paper. I'm not going to do that. I might get her a gift card or something.
a gift card. Okay, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, let me help you out. Let me help you, you know, do the work that you don't have to do.
Right. You're paying it forward. Maybe she thought about getting one of these. She probably said, you know, I thought about getting one of these.
Oh, why don't just get her a stick with a nail in it where she can just stab the stuff, you know, like like the old boys from jail after you.
That way she don't have to really bend down. Just let her pick it up and drop it in.
Oh, that's so thoughtful, Jeff.
That is,
You
man.
know.
Come on, man.
That lady would probably hit me with that damn thing. Like, mother. I'm not doing this so you can give me a grip bar or whatever that thing is called.
A grabber.
Yeah, a grabber, whatever. No, man.
Okay,
You know,
all right.
I think maybe a cup of coffee, a gift card to Starbucks.
Yeah.
Not Starbucks, because I hate Starbucks.
No.
Somewhere,
Yeah, maybe
Like that.
maybe to the little restaurant on the corner. If she walks that far, yeah, here.
I don't know where she comes from, man.
Buy
I'm-
yourself some lunch or something. Yeah.
I don't know where she lives, if she's just walking around, if she's in the neighborhood, or I guess she's in the neighborhood because, why are you walking down this way every other day? But
Right.
I don't know. But, folks, it's the easy thing to do.
Right.
Like Jeff and I were saying, it doesn't have to be monetary, like Jeff was saying. Just you see somebody in need. I'm not saying pick up a total stranger. No, I'm not saying that.
No.
I'm not saying give somebody, your last loaf of, your last dollar or, the only loaf of bread you got. I'm not saying that. But I am suggesting that we could probably make the world a better place by doing small things. Like Jeff was talking about earlier, just the simple things, looking out for your fellow man, whether you know them or not.
Your neighbor.
And I'm not saying put yourself in danger and, pull out a roll
Right.
of hundreds and stuff. Yeah, like I got you, dog. And then get rolled in the alley later on. I'm not saying
we're not
that.
talking about that. No.
I'm just.
Just random. You never know where you might be. You might be in a place. You might be in line at a store.
Yeah.
And you can just, randomly say, you know what, I'll buy that for you, young lady.
Or if somebody's
Or,
short.
right.
I got to put this, no, I got it for you. Here's that extra $2 that you need,
Right.
to get that bread or that meat or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're out shopping and you see an older person, especially
And it don't have to be
especially-
an older person.
Yeah, especially guys, if you see a lady, a young lady or older lady, struggling with her bags, help her out.
Right.
Just hey, I'll carry that. And she'll probably say no or whatever. But look, let me help this,
Look,
help
just,
you to
just
your car with
opening up a door
this. Yeah,
for a person is an a random act of kindness.
Mm-hmm.
Just opening up a door. It don't have to be money. It don't have to be. It doesn't have to be something like just that little simple gesture of opening up a door and holding the door open for someone to get out.
Hey Jeff,
to
maybe
get in.
maybe something like a simple acknowledgement. You see somebody,
Thank you.
you wave
Thank
to
you.
them, or thank you, or say, hey, good morning.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be a lot,
Right.
but it's just a matter of we want to say, hey, I see you, I recognize you. We are all part of this thing called the human race, and you're my brother, you're my sister, white,
Mm-hmm.
black, Asian, red, doesn't matter. We're all one people, and we should treat each other like one people.
Preach.
No, I'm not getting into that was Daddy's thing. Okay, I can't do that. No. But it is just a matter of us showing a little kindness, a little thoughtfulness, and reaching out and doing the simple things to help people feel a little bit better.
Yes.
Help make their day a little bit easier. Somebody might have a bad day.
Right.
And you could do something as simple, Jeff, as just give them an ear. Just let them talk.
That's right.
Give them a shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Let them cry. Let them rant, vent, yell, scream.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of one of my coworkers lost his mother, and I told him, I said, look, honestly, there's nothing I can say. There's nothing I can do that's going to ease what you feel. I said, but if you need to yell, you want to cuss, you need a shoulder, I'm there. And that was what I thought was the best I could do for him. Because, I don't really know his mother. I didn't know his mother. I don't
Right.
know the relationship he had with his mother.
Right.
But you know, at the loss of my parents and, you know, my brother-in-law, you know, sometimes you just need somebody to just listen to you
Right.
or to be there when you get mad and frustrated because they're no longer with you.
Right.
Or a shoulder to cry on,
Oh yeah, definitely.
you know. And that could be a big thing for somebody. You know?
It is a big thing, you know. And just, you know, I have a lady friend who is dealing with some surgical procedures now, and I'm saying, you know, I said I'm gonna get you some flowers. I didn't tell her that, but I'm gonna bring her some flowers just to make up her day. She's also taking care of her mother, and I'm like, well, you know, she's got a lot on her plate, and just something that'll put a smile on her face and make her day a lot smoother, like you said.
Yeah, make it brighter.
Make it brighter.
Yeah, yeah. And it's not that you're gonna go over there and help her with her mother. I mean, what was it? Her
mom.
her mom,
Right.
or, you know, or her surgical
procedures.
her procedures.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
that you're gonna help her with those,
Right.
but it's just the fact that you thought about her.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, and I mean, I'm not the greatest at thinking about people. I know.
No, me either.
I'm not great at that, but sometimes, you know, just like you said, a little thing like that. You know,
Yeah.
here, here's
Small
some
thing,
flowers.
you know.
You
it's-
know,
Right.
yeah,
Definitely.
and you know,
And that's, you know, that's a part of paying it forward.
yeah,
Just, you know, that kind human gesture that you, I mean, just hey, I do that all the time with my aunt because I call her. She's almost 100 years old. She's bright. She's really doing well, walking better than me. She probably can run a mile, you know. And that's what that Southern life does too. I said, you living it up, Auntie. You know, you still kicking. I went down there. She tried to take my stick from me. She said, boy, what you doing with this stick? You don't need this stick.
that's good living, boy. Good living, good living. Like
Yeah.
Bernie Mac would say, good living, good living. See, that's what happens when you live right, Joe.
Yeah, when you live right, you know it. Give me this stick. You don't need that. I don't even have a stick. I'm like, you sure don't, but you getting around pretty good too. Like, man.
Well, she probably didn't play football either.
No, she didn't.
Probably didn't have her knees cut out from underneath.
But she made it through civil rights, though. You know?
Yeah, with that.
You know.
Dogs and water holes and billy jackets.
Yeah, definitely.
Black clubs.
And
all that kind of
living
junk.
in the South, though.
Yeah.
And I thank you for that, Auntie. Trust me.
Yeah, that's a hard
Because
life.
we wouldn't be able to be doing this right now.
So in a way, you can say, she
paid it forward.
for a whole lot of people.
That's right. Hey, you right about that. I tell you, she sure did. But hey, but like you said, and a great point. All of our, or the majority of our seniors have paid it forward.
Yeah,
The ones that are still here today, they have paid it forward
yeah.
through their jobs, just through living and making it through everything they had to deal with just to get to this point in their life.
Yeah, the sacrifices they
The
made.
sacrifices, yes.
And you know, that's a topic for another day.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a great point, and you know, it makes you think how we don't revere them like we used to.
Right.
We don't respect them the way we should.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you know, some guys gonna say, "Well, you gotta give respect to get respect." Yeah, sometimes that's true, but if we really consider what the price that they had to pay, as you would say, paid forward, way back then,
Right.
you know, in the civil rights era and all that was a heavy price that they paid
Yes.
for us, and for those of us, they didn't even know were going to be coming.
Right.
They
And for our children. And
Right,
for our
that's what I'm
children's
saying.
children.
For,
Right.
for their grandchildren, great children, people they're not going to even know in their
Right.
own lineage, in their
Right.
own family line.
Right.
They paid a heavy toll for that.
Mm-hmm.
So we should remember when we see them that they paid our toll. We need to pay it. We need to continue what they did, and pay it forward. And
Right.
continue just to pay it forward, period.
And guess what?
To other people.
And paying it forward
It's not hard.
is not necessarily giving something to someone, but it is giving something to someone. And you can give something to someone by sharing that history of your great grandparents if they're not with us,
if we know it.
if we know it.
Because one of the things we don't do is we don't, as a people, we do not talk about our past very much. Now, other races do it all the time, but we have a habit of not doing that.
Yeah.
But, that's, like I said, a topic for another day.
Right.
And folks out there, hey.
But I would just use that as an example
Yeah, it's a good one, too.
of paying it forward.
It's a good one.
Because
That's
you
a
sharing
very
it
good
with
one.
you sharing it with your grandchildren, you
Yes.
know? And I'm about to be a grandfather.
Whoa, congratulations. Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm already in one club. It's called the Broke Club.
Well, now you're about to
I
be
can't
in
even get a hot
Look,
dog.
you're about to be in 3 clubs: the Broke Club, the Grandparent Club, and the Broke
Broken
Granddaddy Club. Well, folks, say congratulations to my man Jeff Lowe for becoming a grandfather. Heading toward the club.
Yeah, headed that
And
way, yes.
We want to thank you all for listening to The Hook. We hope you enjoy it like we enjoyed trying to bring it to you. So, when you got time, share it with your friends. Pay it forward.
Pay it forward. Hey, if you got a topic you think we could talk about, drop us a line. That email, again, check it out on podcast. My email, jlo1215@gmail.com.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for listening, Detroit.
The Hook.
I grew up in Detroit. She's my home. Some people left when things got tough, but not me. I knew she'd make it back. Like Detroit, I'm strong, resilient, hardworking, and loyal. Detroit has been true to me. I will be true to Detroit.
To get your True Detroiter gear, go to true-detroiter.creator-spring.com. Get yours today.
Make any occasion a celebration to remember with Yard Card Memories. Birthdays, graduations, homegoings, anniversaries, and more. Yard Card Memories is a creative and artistic greeting and messaging company with a focus on making memories for any occasion with the installation of yard card rentals that we create and display on your yard. Make your occasion a celebration to remember with Yard Card Memories. To book your Yard Card Memories rental, call 313-246-2927. That's 313-246-2927. Make sure you book early. We recommend 2 weeks in advance. Hey everybody, I'm Keith Butler.
And I'm Jeff Lowe. I want you to check out The Hook on Apple, Google, or Spotify podcasts.
And if you have any questions or comments, you can hit us up at our emails. Mine is KEBU10, that's the number 10, at yahoo.com.
And mine is jlo1215@gmail.com.
That's The Hook Podcast, everybody. Thanks for listening.